Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at the brand new Olight Warrior X3. So let's take a look at the box here. You can see a nice product shot of the brand new Olight Warrior X3 right here. You can see 560 meters of throw and 2,500 lumens right there. And then on the back side, they had their typical lumens and runtime information right there. But let's take this bad boy out of the box. A couple boxes here, and here we have the Warrior X3 still in the holster. Of course, it does come with a 2-amp magnetic charger right here, and I believe this is a silicone tactical grip ring. And yeah, right there. And other than a user manual right here in the holster, that's all it comes with. Doesn't come with a lanyard this time. And let's take a look at this holster here. This holster is pretty decent. Has a pretty strong magnet holding this flap shut right here. On the back, it has a plastic D-ring, and it does fit on your belt with Velcro and a snap. But that's enough of the accessories here. Let's take a look at the brand new Olight Warrior X3 right here. Give you guys a nice close-up. And while you guys are checking this out, let's talk about some of the features. All right, so the Warrior X3 has a maximum output of 2,500 lumens, a 560 meter throw, and 78,000 candela. That 2,500 lumens is a 19% upgrade over the Warrior X Pro. There's a single dual stage tactical tail switch that activates its two modes, high and low. And it also features Olight's new re-engineered tail cap that supports the optional dual button magnet remote switch. The new steel strike bezel is now embedded with 3 zirconium beads that can instantly shatter glass in an emergency. The body's made of aerospace grade aluminum and has a Type 3 hard anodized finish. The Warrior X3 is powered by a proprietary 21700 5000 milliamp hour 3.6 volt rechargeable lithium ion battery. And as of right now, there's only 2 colors available, OD green and the color that I have right here, black. It has an impact resistance of 2 meters and is rated IPX8. That means the dust proofing wasn't rated and is submersible underwater up to 6 feet. All right, so what about the dimensions here? It comes in at 5.89 inches, has a head diameter of 1.54 inches, and a body diameter of 1.03 inches. And according to my weight test, it came in at 9 ounces. That's 256 grams. And keep in mind, I weighed it with the battery in it and the Warrior ring on it. I just so happen to have the Warrior X Pro right here. And if I hold them up side by side, you can see these are very, very similar. If I put them down on the table, you can see they're almost exactly the same dimensions. There's only a few aesthetic differences here. You can see right there on the tail cap, that design is slightly different. And right here, on the neck. But other than that, the anti-slip knurling right here in the center of the body is exactly the same. The Warrior X3 still maintains the heat dissipating rings, as you can see right here. But now, if I get in closer, they're just a little bit more rounded off. And then of course the Warrior X3 right here has that brand new re-engineered tail cap just so it can take the dual button magnet remote switch. But other than the tail cap being slightly different to take the new remote switch, you can see the buttons here are exactly the same. And now of course the other main difference I see here is this steel strike bezel. You can see on the Warrior X Pro there's 5 of these ridges, and on the Warrior X3 there's only 3, but now you can see those 3 zirconium beads right there. Now I do like the addition of these 3 zirconium beads right here, but I still think I prefer the look of the Warrior X Pro's strike bezel. And I like having these 5 ridges rather than just the 3 here. Now what would have been great is if Olight still used this same strike bezel on the Warrior X Pro right here, but just added these zirconium striking beads to the new Warrior X3. That would have been awesome. But regardless, I still like the addition of these zirconium beads and the ability to break glass if you need to. Now, of course, Olight upped the lumens here to 2,500 and the throw to 560 meters. And it has the exact same modes here, high and low. I'll throw up the lumens and runtime graph here. You can see high is 2,500 lumens and then steps down to 1,000 and then steps down again to 300. Now that's after 2.5 minutes, 129 minutes, and 13 minutes. And then you can see low here has 300 lumens, the exact same as the Warrior X Pro, and it also has the same runtime at 8 hours. Then you can see the rest of the stats here, impact resistance of 2 meters, and a waterproof rating of IPX8. Now the Warrior X Pro here didn't come with this new Warrior ring right here, which is completely removable, but I sort of like it. I think it's really comfortable to hold it with this ring on it, and you can see my thumb is in a perfect position to hit that tail switch. But not only does this ring help maintain control of the flashlight once it's in your hand, but this can also be a weapon within itself. You can see it has a little spike right there, and this is a perfect weapon if you just want to use it like this. But I can see if some of you guys don't like it, and it's easily removable. If you don't like it, just take off the tail cap. You can see it just slides off super easy. And there you go. But like I said, I sort of like this thing, so I'm going to keep it on for the rest of this video, I think. Now, there is no battery status light on this flashlight at all. It does exactly the same thing the Warrior X Pro did, was it has a vibration inside of it that lets you know when the battery needs to be charged. And you guys that have either one of these flashlights know exactly what I'm talking about. As soon as you take the little plastic piece off of the battery, you can feel that vibration right away. All right, so now let's talk about the button operation here, and it's fairly simple. There's just two modes, high and low. There's a silent operation if you just half press and hold. There's our 300 lumen low, and if I let it go after holding, turns right off. And the same deal with high. If I full press and hold, there's our 2500 lumen high, and if I let go, turns off. And to activate constant on, half press, let it go quickly for low, and then hard press, let it go quickly for high. And that's basically it for the UI. Very simplified, no SOS, no strobe, just high and low. All right, so now it's time for the lumens and heat test here. I'm gonna let this go for 3 minutes this time, only because they say the 2500 lumen high can run for 2.5 minutes. So this test is to see if that's true or not. And on top of that, I'm gonna let you guys know the temperature at the head and the body after 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes. So once again, I'm gonna try to do this exactly at the same time. And all right, go. All right, so let's stop that here. So after 1 minute, at the head was 106.7 degrees, at the body was 86.1 degrees Fahrenheit. After 2 minutes, it was 118.5 degrees, and at the body was 96.9. And after 3 minutes, it went down a little bit at the head at 116.2, and it went up slightly at the body at 100.5 degrees. Of course, I'll put all that information on the screen, and there was definitely a step down. That was a lot dimmer than when I first started the test. So I'll also put on what time I think the step down happened to what time the step down stopped on the screen right now as well. And then touching the head here after the heat test, it's completely manageable. I mean, 118.5 after 2 minutes was the peak from what I saw, and you don't need gloves or anything like that to hold this. It's completely manageable. But now it's time to take this bad boy outside and do some beam shots. So let's go. All right, so I'm gonna test this against the Warrior X Pro just because. So I'm gonna start with the Warrior X3 here, and this is low. And check out that beam, man. So that tree right there, I don't know, it's about 30 feet away. That guy right there. That one in the background there, it's about 50 feet. See, no problems at all, even on low. And then wow, there is high. Look at that beam. You can see though, this beam does look a little bit cooler. I think it's about 6,500 Kelvin. And you're gonna see with the Warrior X Pro, it's a little bit warmer, but I love the beam of this thing. Check that out. And now here is the Warrior X Pro here. That is low. Wow, okay. And there's high. Very, very similar beam here. I'm not sure if you guys can see on camera. It definitely is a warmer looking beam, but this one also looks like it has a tighter hotspot as well. And I'll test that out in another area, sorry. And you can see that spill on both too. So that's the Pro, and this is the 3. All right, let's move on. All right, so this is the Warrior X3 right here. This is on low, and I like to show this tree right here. Those trees are not that far away. I would say about 25 feet away. To show you guys that nice beam profile, nice composition, nice little hot spot right there, spill. Everything looks pretty darn nice. All right, and then here's high. Very nice. And then let's check out the Warrior X Pro. Here's low. And then high. As I said, it does have a smaller hotspot right dead center. Almost the exact same spill though, from what I can see. Back to the Warrior X3 right here. This is low. And that tree right there, I would say it's about, I don't know, 60 feet away, give or take. Now let's go to high. You can see this thing is just a beast at throwing light, man. That is a nice looking beam there. Let's turn around. All right, you can see where I came from. There's the path I just took. I turn it off, you guys can see what I see. And then high. Just point this bad boy straight up, come down. Yeah, this is awesome. Very cool. And now I'm going to show you guys a test of the hotspot and the color temperature of both. This is the Warrior X3, and then this is the Warrior X Pro. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these guys up side by side so you can see the difference. And now one of my favorite spots to test out beams here. This is the Warrior X3 on low. And I'll put the distance on the screen. It's either 150 or 200 feet here. I don't exactly remember, but I'll put that on the screen. And then let's go to high. Wow. Let's just go right down. Holy crap. Oh yeah. See, it's starting to snow here. I live near Buffalo. It's gonna happen. All right, this is awesome. You can see no problems at all lighting this up in the background there. So let's try out the Warrior X Pro. We're gonna go right to high. And you can see the clear winner is definitely the Warrior X3. I mean, this used to be one of my favorite tactical flashlights right here. And it's no slouch, as you can clearly see. But I think the Warrior X3 has it beat for sure. All right, guys, so as you can see, the Warrior X3 is a beast, even over my beloved Warrior X Pro here. I mean, those beam shots don't lie. This thing is a monster at throwing light. The only thing that I don't like over the Warrior X Pro is the color temperature of the light. I tend to lean more towards the warmer side. This is 6500 Kelvin, so it's a more blue, like a cool white LED. Other than that, I like the beam composition out of this one better than the Warrior X Pro. And another addition I like on the Warrior X Pro over the Warrior X3 here is the strike bezel. I like these 5 ridges on the previous strike bezel as opposed to just 3. But I do like the addition of these zirconium beads here. And I forgot to mention this. I have this light running right now on high just so I can show you. And we turn it on autofocus there. Sorry if I blinded you. But I'm not sure if you guys can see there, but there is a glow in the dark ring right there that surrounds the bezel. You can see that right there. Now they did the exact same thing on the Warrior X Pro here. I'm not exactly sure why they did that, but I am not a fan of the glow-in-the-dark ring that goes around the head here right on the inside of the bezel. I figure you don't want any indication that points to your location while using a tactical style flashlight. And once you turn this light off, I'm pretty sure you don't want that glow-in-the-dark ring showing exactly where you are, but there it is. So if I'm missing something, you guys, please let me know. Leave me a comment below and tell me why there's a glow-in-the-dark ring here, because I just don't know why. Also, if you're watching this video when I release it, Olight has its Christmas sale going on right now. That's right, you can pick up one of these bad boys right now for 30% off during Olight's sale. I'll have all that information and affiliate links below in my description box if you guys are interested. And also I have a 10% off discount code below as well, but you can't use that on sale items. But like I said, all that information is down below. Go check that out. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you think of the Olight Warrior X3. Now, if you want to check this out for yourself, like I already said, I will have links below in my description box, and yes, they are affiliate links. So if you've always wanted to help support this channel but never knew how, this is how. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!